So folks, welcome to my next stream. This one is going to be Maria Cement by Daniel Hickens in the Maria's Pass. BNSF is needed and they lost the licensing outside of the US and don't sell it anymore, but I bought it a number of years ago, so I can play with these still, which is nice. Maria Cement is, it says 55, so this is probably going to be a couple of videos, but let's start. It's a normal day out of the main line over the Bison Plains. Heavy cement load delivered to Whitefish. An incident occurred. Okay. I have no idea what this incident was, but our cement hoppers are bound for Whitefish Yard, but dispatch an incident. Ooh. Good luck and use the sander. Okay, I will. Take off the brake, put that on, step on the gas. What time is it? It is 9 p.m. So this is the train I have. Note the fact that the back is not moving yet. There we go. It's a 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. 2, 3, 4. And then all those cars. Okay, so this one has a nicer looking cab. I mean, there's more things, more bells and whistles. And we're possibly going to be going up a hill. Four-header, yep. Guess that's why they said use the sander. Get to pull that kind of weight now. I assume there's not a lot of curves because the problem with a train like this, where all the power units are at the front, if you try to use a dynamic brake to slow down on a curve, all your braking is at the front and the rest of the train can basically at jackknifes. That is the theory, and in practice, I had an engineer on here following me, and he said, yep, that happens, and I've seen it happen in this game, so. Okay, well, thanks for popping in, James. Good luck with your YouTube and your cancer fund that you're running with it, so. Making a note for myself there. Glad to have you there, and thank you for following, and do drop in again. Like I said, I'm on from noon till 2 and 8 till 10 every day. And it's 9 now. It's probably lunchtime where you are, but... And Tuesday. 50, oh, I speed up to 60. Now I wonder, let me look and see what he does here with his speeds, whether he changes it to 60. when the front of the train goes past the marker, because it's not supposed to be that way. No. So it's just an anomaly that one back there changed. Oops. Just a bit of speeding. Booting a line, the little switchers move. Oh, he was going downhill. Now I'm going slightly uphill, I believe. Little tardy on that one. Well, aside from the, I like this guy's scenario so far. In there, they behave. So this one started about, just looking now, I started this one about 10 to 8. Might have to do 3 sections. It said 80 minutes, let's say do 90 minutes. So 8:20 and then, or sorry, 9:20. Sorry, it was 10 to 9 and then 9:20 and then, yeah, we'll see how that goes. And you can see, that's what happens. I forget that I can go fast. And 14:49. Should look on the map and see what I am. Center player. I go there. Show task. Go there, then I go there, and then I go there, then I go there, and then I go there, and I go there, and I go there, and I go there, and I go there. Okay. So we're doing a lot of map here. Oh, but you wanted me to hold somewhere. Where was I holding? Excuse me. I thought it was Summit they wanted me to hold. We'll find out when we get there. Whoops. That's supposed to be happening before. Just water, not coffee, not gin. Another crossing? No, it's a bridge. Got all excited. Oh, let's pretend there was kids fishing on the bridge. I wanted them to get off. There's one. What's up? What's up? What's up? John Hill 6 is I am driving Train Simulator 2020 on Maria's Pass and a scenario called Maria Cement by Daniel Higgins. And I'm about a quarter of the way through it. It's just after 9 here. I'm anticipating I'm going to go till probably 10 anyways playing this one, but thanks for popping in. Ah, Passion Train from Switzerland. CH. Thank you for popping in, Switzerland. It would be late for you there. It's 9 p.m. here. Middle of the night there. But thanks for popping in. I imagine you have snow there in places. We had snow. Our snow is... we didn't really have a lot of snow this winter, and right now it's raining outside. If you want, we can... Let me just do this whistle thing. Let me do this thing for you. There we are. Just about a few degrees above freezing, wind from the south, light rain. It was moderate rain before. Not moderate rain. I'm not sure what rain is when it's not moderate. But, you know, thanks for following or cheering or subscribing with your Amazon Prime or whatever you're doing, or lurking is fine. And someone suggests that if I'm doing these to YouTube, I should take out the chat. But I enjoy the chat. -4. We've had a weird winter here, well, as most of the world has had. With the climate warming, we're getting disruption in normal weather patterns. So we've had bitter cold, you know, -30 feels like -40. And then +5 or 6. And then back down to -20. We're raining right now. We had snow a few days ago, and we'll have snow, I think, this weekend. Let's see, I'm going to be there in 3 minutes. Browning, Maine East. Ah, nice in Connecticut. Spring day, 44. I have friends on Vancouver Island. It's usually really nice there, except when it isn't. When it's miserable and snowy and everything, they get no sympathy from the rest of Canada. It's like, yeah, so how are those cherry blossoms doing now? Oh, I know everybody is afraid of a coronavirus. The problem is that we don't really know how dangerous it is and how many cases there are. Because the countries have not been necessarily... South Korea has a lot of cases, but I think that's because South Korea has been aggressively testing and reporting. So until until countries, until like Canada and the U.S. start testing lots of people, there might be an awful lot of people out there who have coronavirus, and they got a mild case. So you might have an increase in the number of people who got infected, but then you might have a decrease in the relative number of deaths, so a decrease in the mortality rate. But well, I think China swept it under the rug for too long when they first ran into the problem, along with the dead. Exactly. Well, good. I mean, a lot of testing, because the testing is important. In the U.S., the problem in the U.S. is Trump and Pence are in charge of it, and they're treating it as a attack on his ability to be reelected, because it's going to hurt the economy, and if the economy's bad, then people aren't going to vote him back in. Yeah, so I don't know if the mortality is higher. I don't know if they've really determined yet if the mortality is higher than, because they don't have enough data yet. They don't have enough countries reporting the mild, the medium, and severe cases, so they can figure out, okay, this is how many people have it. Okay, therefore, we know how many people, well, even the people who die, because they're not necessarily recording all cases of death as due to coronavirus. So I think that was a problem with China. Oh, okay. 2.83% of running average. Yeah. Browning Station in 2 miles. So the average might drop. I think the I think it's more contagious than a regular flu. I think it's got a 14-day incubation period, which I think is longer than a cold or the flu. And you also can have the Blackfeet. Cool. Yep. Well, it won't affect me because I'm not over 75. I'm 2 years under that. No, I know what you mean. It's older people who it's if you have a weakened immune system. A friend of mine, his teenage daughter, has some kind of, she's got, I forget what kind of cancer. It's under control, chemo and stuff like that, but she has a weakened immune system. Or babies, or people who never got a flu shot. I started getting flu shots 6 years ago. My daughter had her first child, and she and her husband were quite cautious, so I wasn't allowed to see the child until I'd had a flu shot, and waited like the week for it to kick in or whatever like this. Now, what I could have done, There we go. Take the bell off. You're supposed to have a bell when you're going near a station, or I think when you're switching. So I'm not really worried about, well, actually, my girlfriend lives in Toronto and she is thinking of flying out to visit her family in BC, in British Columbia, but her sister is worried about her being on a plane in a crowded airport. She's coming up here to visit me probably in a couple of weeks on the train. I'm assuming she'll be cautious, you know, wipe her hands, that sort of thing. They're telling people not to panic, don't stockpile. Apparently there's shortages of masks now, those either surgical masks, which don't help at all, or the N95 masks. They're telling people don't, why is there a fence there? Don't hoard. Yeah, less people are flying. They are saying prepare in case you have to stay in the house for 14 days. So make sure you've got a good supply of medication, that you have food. Yeah, it's a snow fence, but I'm not sure why it's up there. Like, it seems a weird place. I guess the wind could come whipping across there. But usually, in northern Ontario, anyways, when we do snow fences, the snow fence is, I don't know, 20, 30 feet away from the road, because what happens is the wind blows over the fence and drops the snow on the other side. There was just wooden slats, those cheapy things, but that's how they work. They just break up the wind pattern, and it drops the snow when it slows down slightly. So maybe it's a snow fence. No. The developers may not have lived in northern Ontario, so they might not know, or on the prairies, or in the Midwest, or come to think of it, in a windy part of Switzerland. I think it's a British company. Dovetail Games. Oh, I possibly don't need wipers on anymore, right? Spotted robe, main one. Spotted duck. Well, thank you very much for dropping in, Passion Train. I am doing, and if you follow, you'll find out, of course, what I'm doing when I'm doing it. And like I said, I put these on YouTube after, but I do Train Sim World occasionally, Train Sim 2020, American Truck Simulator, European Truck Simulator, and of course Call of the Wild, The Hunter. Glacier National Park soon. Thank you, my friend. We're actually going up a slope now. 1%, but still, I think that's why they said, oh, and thank you for the follow. I think that they said that's why I've got the sander on. And I think the sander just runs forever in this game. I don't think you can run out. So, where am I now? Center player. Okay, so I've got to go there. Ooh, a lot of long runs. Glacier Park Station, there we go. In a while. So I'm going to do a YouTube pause around in about 10 minutes. My girlfriend called at 8, just as I was starting. A YouTube cut, yeah. The director's cut. I remember watching the director's cut of Das Boot. Have you watched Das Boot? The director's cut has to be twice as long as the original. I mean, it's good, but oh my god, where's the cut part? It's not cut. It's what's I like the it's now did I have it in German? Do I have it on a Betamax? I think I have it on DVDs with subtitles. I don't mind subtitles either on a TV. I don't like subtitles in a movie theater. It's sometimes too hard for me to focus with my aging eyes, my cataracts, which sucks. Jeez, it sucks to be old. Well, the alternative, I used to tease my mother, the alternative to getting older is not. So a couple of months, I get my lenses replaced, and the cataracts are gone. I will be able to see, and I won't even wear glasses. I'll be this guy, well, with reading glasses. And this is since I was 12. I've worn glasses, so it's going to be quite weird. And $1,600. So in Ontario/Canada, our public health program covers the surgery and basic lenses, but I've got astigmatism, so I need toric lenses, oblong lenses, to correct for oblong eyes. So I'm thinking of a pair of glasses every 2 years. Yep, yeah, mine allows glasses every 2 years. I forgot what I was saying. I was going to say what I was thinking, and I forgot what I was thinking. Completely forget where my train of thought was going. Har. Hazy here, eh? It's weird. Wonder if that's deliberate fog so that you don't have to worry about detail in your oops. There we go. So I'm supposed to get new eyes in April, and it's going to be June now. Oh well. It's day surgery, basically. You go in the hospital, they give you a needle and a bit of a drip just to make you mellow. So you don't really care that somebody's poking around your eye. They do one eye and give you an eye patch, which I think you have to leave on a couple of days. Maybe you have to sit. You're right for gear on this ride, yeah. The moats are far away. Oh, I get you. Yeah. Well, I assume Glacier Park is about. Now the thing is, I think Maria's passed the whole of. Oh, glaucoma. Good. No, I don't have glaucoma. My mother had. Oh, I forget what the hell it was now. She had an eye thing. Not cataracts, not glaucoma. Two words. Macular degeneration. And it's possible that I will get macular degeneration too, so I'm taking vitamins that have lutein in them. It's supposed to help for that. But right now I'm looking forward to, it's hard to drive at night, and reading is a little more difficult. My left eye is even worse, so I'm looking forward to having better vision through health plan. And the extra lenses are 800 each, so that's 1600, but I guess I can probably claim some of it. Either on my medical plan or income tax. So I think I'm getting the mountains, you know, it's 1%. Go via Grizzly Main. It looks like it's getting steeper there, doesn't it? .2, it is getting steeper. Oh, sorry. I'm hauling this. Well, you can see at the bottom in my screen, you can see how long that little line of little tiny green dots is. If we look at the back of the train, these are possibly grain cars. Burlington North Santa Fe Railway. Well, we borrowed them because they've got hatches on top and they can dump at the bottom, so that's what I'm guessing. Whoop. Hey, buddy. Hauling out of the breadbasket, I guess, across the mountains to... Oh, am I going east or west on this? Let's do a little boo here. Let's do a check and see which way we're going. Ah, we are going west. Okay. Yeah, there's a nice power pack there. Nice pair of them. Ah. Okay, time to put a bit of brake on. Well, it was past time to put some brake on. Let's put some dynamic brake on too. I was a little late with that brake. But the dynamic is doing just fine. So I've got a few pounds on. What do I have? 13 pounds in the brake cylinder. Yeah. Ah, American Christian Son. How are you? I think I've added you as moderator, Chris, but it didn't show you up there. I don't think I can click on you and do it, can I? No, sorry, can't. Oh, okay. That's too bad, my friend. Not sure what to say. Chris's wife left him a couple of years ago, was it? And he's still having trouble adjusting to it. Oop, I think I need my Vipers on again. There we go. I'm going to do one of those trains that I think I want to try one of the... There are some trains where you have to do a manual start. You know, turn on the main breaker, bunch of switches and stuff like that, start the fuel pump, start the heater for the oil, you know, to preheat the fuel and all sorts of stuff like this, and then go, you know, get out and walk along the side of the locomotive, open the door, push the button to prime the diesel, and then to crank it over, and then you go back inside and click a bunch of more switches to put it in run position, and it's fun. Oh, we are speeding. Okay, well, let's put more. The problem, just a little bit of well, okay. So this is the park, I guess. This is Glacier Park Station. Last year I've been using the hotkeys a lot more than I used to. Yeah. Okay. Okay, will. There's another one of those damn fences. I will, Chris, after. I'll just take a look. Blast Pop, I've been looking at those Steam Deck. The Steam Deck looks like a cool thing for a few buttons, like that you normally Alt-Tab out. Like adding a stream marker. I probably, yeah, for when I pause on that. I'm thinking maybe it's an appropriate, I might be appropriate here to pause this video for YouTube viewers and start up again in the next one. Twitch people, stay here, but let me just do a bit of a pause.